I remember the day we got our first big break. It started like most, at dawn.
To a normal person, this shot is your typical Brady TUGS shot. You know, having lots of focus in the foreground and detail in the background. It's quite a pleasing shot. However, this shot has quite an interesting timeline to unpack here, from it originally lasting much longer than originally thought to what was even going on before that. This is HazelWalle, and this is my analysis of... Before this video begins, I would like to answer one question. It's a very simple question. Why? Why am I doing this? The answer is, I don't know. I think this shot is neat. And besides, if you find the history behind this shot neat, then you should check out Special Trees and Sudrian Station Master's History of TUGS document. Trust me, it's an incredible read, and will catch you up with all the fantastic TUGS lore. The public's first introduction to the shot was in 1988. Due to financial issues pertaining to Clearwater features, 4 TUGS episodes were released early, which included Sunshine. This had our first gander to this very shot of the episode. In contrast, the public's second viewing of the episode, the 15-minute version, is cut down. Instead, it uses an exclusive shot, and in fact for convenience, I will show you the comparison of the two versions of the shot.
I remember the day we got our first big break. It started like most, at dawn.
For the longest time, many fans just thought nothing much of this shot, aside from the fact it looks pretty and that's it. However, little did we know that years later, we would know a bit more of how this scene was produced. The first clue was seen in various promotional materials for the show, notably the photo book and the 1989 annual. If you look closely enough in the annual version, you may notice that Lily, Davy Jones, and the Z-Stacks are all positioned differently compared to the footage of the episode, with Lily being much further back than where she normally appears. The photo book variant gives us a much better look at the environment, where you can actually see the Fulton Ferry, which links back to the 15-cut exclusive footage, implying there could have been more to what they built up in this environment. Perhaps an alternate intro that was never materialized? However, at the time, no one knew if this meant extended scenes or not, and for a long time, that was the case. However, we would get confirmation that this scene was much indeed longer, all thanks to some leaks. In June of 2020, a good friend of mine, Special Trees, will leak the description for the sizzle reel, which contained details for what went down for the episode. In the description, it confirmed the existence of an extended version of the establishing shot. The description went as following. In the far background, Zoran and Zach are already at work towing barges. In the mid-background, Lily is heading out of the estuary, led by the Coast Guard messenger. He had a tow line attached to her, but it was slack, so Lily wasn't being towed in. She was still moving under her own steam. Messenger was probably just escorting her out to the estuary, using the tow line as a guide. Once Lily is halfway into the shot from the left, the camera slowly pulls back and races upward to reveal the Star Tugs awaiting the 6:30 AM briefing. The shot is still missing a few seconds between what was seen in the promo and what made it into the final 20-minute episode. The variant of the shot originates from the promotional sizzle reel for TUGS, which is unfortunately owned by TUGS the Exhibition. The only thing they've done with it was show it off to those who attended their special events. They have forbidden anyone from taking photos or pictures of the sizzle reel. Audio from its screening would leak online during the same day of the description's release. It was simultaneously exciting and frustrating to learn the existence of the sizzle reel and the existence of the extended footage. It was exciting because of new information, of course, but at the same time, it was so frustrating not being able to view all these scenes. It seemed like we may never ever see the footage at all. But then, in October 2021, the TUGS Project was introduced, and one of the first photos to reveal them was... this. This photo comes from the December 1987 Christmas party that the TUGS crew held. It too allegedly fell into the hands of TUGS the exhibition. However, to finally see these legendary photos was quite groundbreaking. However, if you look into the background in one of them, Zoran is definitely visible, and the colouring in the scene is spot on. So it's most likely that these pictures came from the day of, or the day before the shooting of the morning panning shot. Not only that, TUGS Project that same day posted this Polaroid, which seemingly matches the atmosphere from the other photos brilliantly, most likely coming from the same shooting. Oh yeah, one more thing, they also posted these behind the scene pictures from the shoot, which may have predated the Polaroids. Zoran notably has a missing face mask, and also, this picture also reveals who else but Zug, a schooner, and Sally Seaplane. While sadly confirmed to be almost impossible to see in every iteration of the footage we have, it's neat that was meant to be a lot more going on in the scene. And again, the 15-cut exclusive shot from the episode may have implied a different introduction set during this scene, as the Fulton Ferry is seen moving along in that shot, but not in the panning shot. For a while, this is all we had from this scene. All we need now is the footage. In October 2022, the Inferno Birdy uploaded a Google Drive revealing the footage for the sizzle reel, which hadn't been seen by human eye since 2019. While unfortunately in low quality and partially cropped, we finally had a glance at what the shot entirely looked like, and luckily for this shot in particular, we wouldn't wait long to see it in the best quality, as the TUGS Project has uploaded the Castle Vision acquisition tape finally showed us the uncropped, high quality scene. It's quite a shame that the panning part of the scene was removed, as the transition is heavily impressive. I guess better late than never, I suppose. So again, to propose the question of why did I do this? Again, I don't know. I think this shot is neat, and I wanted to talk about this 40-second long shot for who knows how long. The sources used to help make this video will be in the description. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in Big City Port.
Everybody played it straight. There were those that would stop at nothing to get ahead of their competitors. Generally, though, they were an honest, hard-working group. TUGS is the story of the daily working life of two tugboat companies told through the adventures